Good morning once again. This is Coach Mervs, Coach Mervin Liego channel. Today, in this video, we will be discussing on technique in answering question, the best way to pass the exam. And it also called when we were still in our review center, technique in answering questions, the Rastray way. So dito, I will be discussing 5 techniques that will be a big help in passing the examination. Um, our reviewees before were using these techniques and we introduced these techniques sa mga tinuturuan natin noon ng review for them to pass the exam. May it be in the LET, may it be in the civil service or any examinations na nagpapatutor sa atin noon, we ask them to use the techniques in answering. Kasi it's the very easy way to answer the questions if you have some techniques. And I hope that these techniques that I will be sharing with you will be a very big help. No? It will be a helpful for you in passing the examination. So again, our topic for today is on technique in answering questions, the best way to pass the examination. So there are 5 techniques that we need to know in to pass the exam. These are the rule of association, the rule of elimination, the rule of the positive question, the rule of the negative question, and the rule of the fixed question. Dito sa technique na isi-share ko sa inyo ngayon, I will be also sharing the technique vis-a-vis questions. No? Ipi-present natin yung rule, then i-relate natin yan sa question para mas maintindihan nyo mas lalo what do we mean by the rule that we share with our former uh, reviewees na passers na sila ngayon, mga teachers na, ang iba naman nasa big universities na, ang iba naman nasa permanent position na ng government in passing the civil service exam. Okay, let's go to the first rule. The first rule is the rule of association. So in this rule, you need to associate the choices to the question given. So there is a keywords there or the same word in the question that can be associated within the choices. So yung sagot nasa choices na yun, no? May keywords na doon. At yung tanong naman nasa choices na rin yun. So we will try to associate those terms. We will try to associate those words para mas lalong maintindihan natin no, this rule. Okay, let's go to our presentation. So again, sabi natin sa rule, you need to associate the choices to the question given. So there is a keywords on or the same word in a question that can be associated within the choices. So here is our example. A child after birth has a right to a name. This is actually A. A right for just treatment, B. A right to survival, C. Right to suffrage, D. A right to identity. So we will try to uh, look into the question. Ano ba ang magiging keywords natin dito? A child, no, after birth has a right to a name. So child at saka yung name. So dyan pa lang sa question, guided na tayo na ang child looking for a name. He has a right to have a name after birth. So kung i-associate natin yung name among the choices, sa letter A, just treatment, does it call about name? No. Right to name is associated to survival? Malayo rin. Right to a name, associated ba rin sa right to suffrage? Malayo rin kasi right to suffrage is right to vote and be voted upon. So ano ang pinakamalapit sa name dito no sa choices? So that is letter D. Ano ba yung letter D natin? Right to identity. So yung right to identity is related to a child on his right to have a name. So Dito sa presentation natin on the rule of association, sa question, it was uh, presented that a child should be given a name after birth. So if we will try to relate that sa choices, we will try to associate that sa choices. Name is associated with the word identity. So, klaro na. So, when you answer a question, if you will apply the rule of association, madali na siyang sagutin. No? Kasi kukuha ka lang ng keywords doon or keywords, no? I-associate mo lang siya, then yun lang sagot mo. So, very easy to choose. Then, mababawasan pa yung time mo in uh, answering the question. Kasi in taking the exam, you are only given a maximum of uh, 15 to 15 or 23, no, to 23 seconds. Yun ang pinakamataas, 23 seconds per question. So, ganun kayo sasagot ng question. So, to save time, technique is very necessary. So let's go to uh, rule number 2, the rule of elimination. So in this rule, we eliminate the items which is not part of the choices or not the same of the choices and may take that as your answer. Okay, I'll show you the question on application of the rule of elimination. So the rule of elimination, again, it says eliminate the item which is not part of the choices or not the same of the choices and take that, no, as your answer. Then, paano? Ito yung question natin. The son of a principal wants to be the valedictorian of the class. What should the principal do to avoid criticism? So, anong gagawin ni principal para yung anak niya maging valedictorian? Letter A, assist the son in his class preparation and participation on school activities. So that's letter A. Letter B, transfer the brighter students to a lower section. Letter C, call the rivals and give them the stern warning. Letter D, confront the teachers on the son's grade. No, siyempre, para maging valedictorian, tawagin mo yung teacher, ikaw yung principal. Is that valid? So, no. Kung titingnan natin sa presentation, letter A is a positive question. Letter B, letter C, and letter D, these are the negative question. Transfer the brighter students to a lower section para walang kabangga yung anak niya. Call the rivals and give them the stern para hindi na sila magsiguro sa pag-aaral nila para yung anak niya yung maging valedictorian o confront the teachers on the son's grade para sigurado yung anak niya yung malaking grado. Those are negative. So if we will try to eliminate, uh, we will eliminate what is now not part of the choices. So yung letter A among the choices is in the positive. B, C, and D are in the negative. So if we will eliminate A and we will try to associate A sa question, the son of a principal wants to be the valedictorian of the class. What should the principal do to avoid criticism? So anong gagawin ni principal? Assist the son in his class preparation and participation on school activities. So yun ang dapat. Turuan niya yung anak niya, tulungan niya yung anak niya na mag-excel more in the class. Para at the end, siya ang maging valedictorian. Hindi na kukontrahin niya yung mga brighter student, itatransfer niya sa lower section para walang kakompetensya yung anak niya o tatawagan niya yung mga magagaling na mga students and give them stern warning na pag kayo ang mataas yung grado, hindi rin kayo magiging valedictorian o you will confront the teachers. So these are negative. No? So again, in the rule of elimination, yung sabi natin, eliminate the item which is not part of the choices or not the same, excuse, excuse, or not the same of the choices, and take that as your answer. So in this question, the answer is letter A. So klaro no, ang dali lang palang sagutin yung mga question if you will be guided by rule. No? Okay, let's continue on the rule number 3. The rule of the positive question. If the question is positive, then the answer you will choose from the choices should be also the positive one. No? Okay, let's go to our presentation. Balik tayo sa question kanina kay principal, no? So the son of a principal wants to be the valedictorian of the class. What should be the principal do? So the question is on the positive, no? So the question is on the positive. So among the choices, letter A is positive, letter B is negative, letter C is also negative, and letter D is also negative. Ah, so kung titingnan natin again on our presentation, madali na siyang sagutin. Just associate the positive uh, question to the positive answer. Or in the other way, associate the positive answer to the positive question. And that will be your answer. So dito, the answer is assist the son in his class preparation and participation on school activities. So that is now the answer. Okay, let's go to the rule of the negative question. The rule of the negative question. In this rule, if the question is negative, then the answer also that you will choose among the choices should be also the negative one. So kanina, sabi natin sa positive question, if the question is positive, so it should be answerable also by the positive choice from the choices in a positive way. So sa negative naman, we need to answer the question and in a negative way. So here, a question that I presented para sa inyo. With a Cold War in mind, which does not belong? Again, the question is with the Cold War in mind, which does not belong. The question is not about Cold War, no? Kasi ang sabi with the Cold War in mind, which does not belong. So among the choices, mayroon diyan hindi Cold War. Ang mayroon diyan is war. Nakuha? Kasi yung question sabi with the Cold War in mind, which does not which does not belong. Ibig sabihin, asan dito ang war? No? Asan dito yung war? Okay. The choices are letter A, dialogue. Second, competition. Third, letter C, tension. Letter D, conflict. Okay, balik tayo sa question. With the Cold War in mind. So, saan dito yung, is dialogue Cold War? Yes. Dialogue, nag-uusap lang kayo. It's a Cold War. Competition, is a competition Cold War? Yes, because that is healthy. Healthy competition. Maybe it's in the sports, so healthy yan. Kung may nananalo, may natatalo, okay lang yan. Pero healthy pa rin because uh, accepted yung ginagawa nila. So that is part of the Cold War. How about letter C, yung tension? Is there already war on tension? Wala pa, no? Hindi pa. Parang nagpapakita pa lang sila ng kanilang mga lakas maybe they're just showing how they would win the war, their strength. So tension pa lang, no? They are just pushing themselves. Pero hindi pa sila on war. Pero dito sa letter D, no? Conflict. Is there war in conflict? Yes. No? Because the opposing council or the opposing party, no, needs to win. Kaya nga conflict eh. No? So, again, among the choices, A, B, and C are Cold War. And letter D is war. So, ang tanong dito, which does not belong to the Cold War? Ang hindi kasama sa Cold War ay war. So, the answer on this question, on our rule of the negative question, is letter D, conflict. So, ang dali lang, no? Ang dali lang sagutin yung mga question natin if you know the rule, no? As in very very easy for us to answer. Again, so let's go to our last question. I mean last rule, no? Our last rule is the rule of the fixed question. Dito sa fixed question, if the question is about person, time, place, event, or anything that talks on a specific activity, then you you choose what is asked in the question. No? So you have to choose what is asked in the question. If ang tanong is about person, you answer the name of the person, who is that person. Kung anong time, ilagay mo yung time. Kung saang place, ilagay mo yung place. Kung anong event ang nangyari, ilalagay mo yung event. So dito sa rule of the fixed question, wala tayong magagawa. We really have to answer what is asked in the question. Kaya nga, tinawag siyang fixed question. So, here, allow me to present to you a question on the rule of the fixed question. In the death march, prisoner were forced to march from Bataan to blank. A. Santa Maria, Bulacan. B. Imus, Cavite. C. California, USA. D. San Fernando, Pampanga. So among the choices, saan nagtapos yung death march? No? So dito, specific, no? Yung tinatanong is it's about place. So if we will try to uh, answer this question on about death march, it's kung we will just go with the history, nagtapos ito sa Kapas Tarlac, no? Camp Donil, no? Pero ang kung titinan mo, ba't wala doon sa choices? Because from, so ang answer pala dito, no, again, balik tayo, in the death march, prisoners were forced to march from Bataan to San Fernando, Pampanga. That is, the answer now here is letter D. Kasi, oh, nagmarcha sila from Bataan, no? From Maribilis, Bataan, doon yung ground zero. Doon sila nag-start kasi when we were in uh, Maribilis, doon nakita namin, no, doon yung ground zero, doon nag-start yung death march, no, hanggang Pampanga, sa San Fernando, Pampanga. Then pagdating nila sa Fernando, Pampanga, isinakay na sila ng papuntang Tarlac sa Camp Mac Donil. So here again, the answer is San Fernando, Pampanga. Again, and the rule of the fixed question, the question is all about the place or event that happened on that time. So again, the answer here is San Fernando, Pampanga. So, klaro no? Klaro na natin yung the rule of association. If you the rule of association, just try to get some keywords and associate that to the question. And the rule of elimination, you eliminate yung naiiba sa choices, then maybe that can be your answer, no? Kasi yun paragi yung sinasabi natin, yung na eliminate mo, preferably yan ang magiging sagot mo. And then the role of the positive question, if the question is positive, it should be answerable by the positive. Then, if the question is negative, it should be answerable again by a negative answer. So if the question is negative, again, answerable by negative answer. In the fixed question, you have to give who is that person, what is the time, where is the place, or what event that happened. So again, these are the five rule na palagi nating sinishare during the time that we were still conducting reviews. And kung may nagpapatutor sa atin, ito pa rin yung tinuturo ko. And I hope that this rule will help you pass in any examination. Siguro kahit hindi ka mag full-time ng mga review, pero you will just apply some rule, makukuha mo rin yan. No? You may have the chance to pass the exam. So, again, our motivation of the day on this video, constant practice in answering questions will make it perfect. So, mag-practice lang kayo ng mag-practice, applying the 5 rules na i-share natin sa inyo, then you will really, really pass the examination. So, yun lang, and thank you for listening, and I will be posting another more videos in relation to social science and the general education, general subjects on educations, and then I will be also discussing topics on uh, business management and entrepreneurship. So again, thank you and good day.